My name's Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living. Today, we need to talk about 3 coins. Number 1, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and then we're going to do a follow-up on Tron and Link. So, I've done videos on Tron and Link a while ago, and it's definitely time for a recap. But first of all, I did a video on Bitcoin saying how excited I was to see this drop here. And then I also drew this triangle. And this triangle represents the ultimate support that I just said there's just no way Bitcoin is going to fall through this line. No way. Why? Because this downward resistance, or excuse me, yeah, downward sloping resistance has lasted almost 3 years, and we broke above it. And anytime, the more important the resistance, the more important the support. So when this resistance that is so powerful flips to support, this is very, very hard to break. There would have to be like insane manipulation or something that just didn't follow natural rules to break this. And so look what we are doing on the weekly chart. I can't tell you how awesome this looks. So we have a couple of things going on. I mean, we wicked down into the area here to test this as support, but we need this support as confirmation to an upside move. Now, there's something in this chart that you may or may not notice, but I'm going to draw something here. This is definitely going to give it away. But let's see here. Pattern. Let's see. Here it is. Oh my goodness, you guys. Seriously, this is so amazing. Look what we've got here. Look at this pattern. This is so exciting. I cannot tell you how incredible this is. We have, not only do we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we have confirmation of it. This is so good, guys. If you're not like jumping up and down, you have a lot of self-control. Look at this move. This distance here to this distance here is our target. Look what's happening here. If I go the same distance, yeah, where does this put us? Where does this head and shoulders resolve? It resolves at 20,000, guys. 20,000. Right here. The distance from the head to the neckline is our target. And not only do we have this head and shoulders pattern, but we have broken the neckline, come back, and confirmed support on the neckline. Our next move is up to 20,000. Guys, this is super awesome. If you're not in yet, what are you waiting for? This is the move we've been waiting for. So anyway, this is amazing. Super exciting. Okay. All right. I'll try to get myself back under control here, and we will take a look at a couple of coins that I wanted to do a follow-up on. So in my last video, I'm going to head back to daily chart, and we're going to look at Tron. And when I was so excited about Tron, it was because we were breaking above our resistance here. We had entered a solid green zone. We were so far above our averages that we had plenty of time for these averages to spread out. And I said that we'd be in a green zone for about a month. Well, we are doing well. But so I know some of you might be freaking out. So this is what has happened since the move. We were down here when we made the video, and we broke through this line. What line is this? Let's do a quick zoom out. Most important line in Tron's history. We had support here, we broke through, and we haven't touched it since this past few weeks. And the bodies tell the story. So actually the line is, I believed the line was here, but in fact, our confirmation happened. Oh, excuse me. No. Okay, grab it. It happened at the bodies. So we had our support off the line. We had our rejection off the line. But is all lost? We have some work to do. Our work that we've got to deal with is we had so much exuberance. We went from let's see, I said our magic number was 250, that was sort of our sweet spot for our pivot. Well, we went all the way up to almost double from that point. That kind of price action is a little too much, a little too fast. And we came back and did a pretty rough return back to back down to our baseline. We had our bull trap. This is very typical after you have a strong move up, and then you have sort of this fallout period. So what is our next move? We are coming up against this resistance, or excuse me, this support, which is increasing support. We have our 50-day moving average coming up. I believe we will find support here. In my last video, I said, would I buy at 250? And I still believe that there is money to be made even here in the middle of this fear. So as far as trading goes, we want to buy when everybody is afraid to buy. The majority of the sentiment is wrong. So if there's a lot of fear and a lot of distrust and a lot of people screaming sell, that's the time to start looking at buying. It does take some guts, I have to admit. But where are you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy not on our prior pivot point? Are you not gonna buy on an increasing line of support? Are you not gonna buy on a 50-week moving average? We have a triple threat right here. I would buy this in a heartbeat. I already told you I'm in at the end of this red, so I'm already here. I'm already in Tron. But how we trade this is we make a small buy. We don't put our entire portfolio into any trade, but we put in a small buy, and we see how things go. With this kind of a sell-off, there is bound to be a bounce. Even if it's a dead cat bounce, a move to 300 is not out of the realm of possibility, and it could happen within this week. So I like to make purchases when the rest of the market says no way, but that there are some very fundamental technical reasons why we can buy. What if we're wrong? Okay, so what's our worst case scenario? Will we find support here? Absolutely. So we have, if we're in at 250 and we drop to 200, we've lost 20% of our portfolio. That is not the end of the world when it comes to crypto. So we look at the risk versus the reward. This is our next level, but most likely the reward is this move here. So is it worth it? That's definitely up to you to decide, because I am certainly not an accredited financial advisor. But I have not sold yet. We sell it when the green zone is over. And green zone is over when we close below our 50-day moving average. I don't think we're going to be here yet. We will most likely have a bounce of some kind. And then as this continues to move up, then we'll start seeing how things pan out. But I bet that the trade will close in the 280s, somewhere in here. So I hope that helps you on that. And that coin, look what we've got going on Link. On Link, we had a very similar situation where we had a rising support. This long-term trend line comes from our weekly most important levels of support. I believe since we didn't have as much data, we used our daily. So our daily here. And so this was breaking that line. We had a great period of exuberance. We did not come all the way down to here. So we didn't have like a perfect handoff. But what we did have was, well, actually, when we turned around, this is when I drew the line. You can see the dot here. But we found support off of our 50-week moving average. And this creates our fast rise line. And when do we exit? Normally you would exit at the yellow zone. We are officially in the yellow zone after we went below the 50. Does that mean that Link is toast and that we're just gonna fall back down forever? No, this is just this particular strategy. There's a lot of good things going for Link right now, because this support here is our support. We've already touched support here. We don't want to touch support too many times, but the additional thing that we have going for us is that we have this line here. So we have some support here. We're not just going to sell off. It will be a struggle to get through this. If we struggle and we fail, then we have to start looking for other lines. 77,000 and finally 62,000. But you check your risk and reward. You can see though that we have exited the green zone. We're down in the yellow. In order to get back to the green, we would have to recover above our 50. Could that happen off of this support line here? Most likely. On a day where we've had so much red in the market for the past week, and to have a small candle like this, it means that the sell side is, well, it tells you that both sides are not sure which direction we're going. But when we are selling hard and then we slow down, that's prime for a move in the opposite direction. So a little bit of technical analysis for you. I hope that helps you, gives you some direction as to what to expect and what might happen in the future. But just keep in mind that every trade, that there's no such thing as a guaranteed trade. So you make good judgment calls, and you make wise purchasing decisions where you have a reason to get in. It's not just a guess or a throw a dart at the dartboard. We look for these pivotal moments, and then we make our educated decision. If we're wrong, we repurchase when there is a correct another signal, and at the signal that we're correct, we exit those other trades and we start over and we keep going. We don't panic and take every loss we possibly can. We are smart about this, and we go slowly and methodically, and we be patient. Okay, thank you. This is a little longer than usual, but thanks for sticking in there with me, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Hey, thanks for hanging on till the end of the video. If you liked anything I said, please support the channel by subscribing. If not, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd be happy to take a look and make improvements to the channel so it'll be better next time.